Anxiety basically is worries or feelings that we get of being overwhelmed when we're faced with a difficult situation. And that looks very different for different people. For some people, it's a tightening in your chest. For others, it's butterflies in your stomach. For some, it's just a genuine worry, lots of thoughts racing through your mind. And like I said, that can look different for lots of different people. There's lots of techniques out there on how to manage anxiety, and especially with what's been going on recently, I know that's one thing that I've talked with a lot of individuals about, is just some of those simple coping skills or grounding techniques. And basically when we say a grounding technique, if we think about anxiety and we're lost in our thoughts, a grounding technique brings us back to the real world right here where we're at. One simple one, and I know a lot of people when they hear it think, oh, that's too simple, that's not going to work for me, is breathing. And the power of breathing really, really does help. One technique for that is the method of 4-7-8 breathing. So what that is we breathe in through our nose for 4 seconds, we hold it for 7 seconds, and breathe out through our mouth like we're blowing through a straw for 8 seconds. You want to do that probably about 4 or 5 times until you feel your body relax a little bit. And it really is one that can help. Another helpful grounding technique for anxiety is called 5-4-3-2-1. What this one does is it plays on all 5 of our senses. So if we're lost in our thoughts and we're feeling overwhelmed, we're feeling anxious, nervous, worried, this 5-4-3-2-1 can be a good one. So where we start is we start with 5. So 5 things that you can see. So we look around the room for 5 things. So sitting in here, I might say, I see that red truck out the window. I see the silver doorknob. And you want to find those 5 things and really describe them to yourself and what they look like. For 4, we look for 4 things that we can touch and describe to ourselves what they feel like. So for me, if I'm sitting in this chair, I may feel this chair and it feels kind of cold. It's leather, so it's a little slick. If I feel my pants, they're warm because they're close to my leg. So really describing those things as we're feeling them. 3 is 3 things that you can hear. So we listen for things that we can hear. So right now, one thing I like to do is I close my eyes if I'm doing this one. So I might, close my eyes and listen, and I hear the air conditioner running, or I hear cars going by in the street, or if it's really, really quiet, I try to listen for my heartbeat. How sometimes you can hear it in your ears. And then 2 is 2 things you can smell. So my go-to is I always smell my shirt because it smells like me, brings me right back down. And then the last one is 1, which is taste. Can't always do this one, but if you have the opportunity, it's a good one to finish out with. One last technique that I've got is putting your thoughts on trial, right? So we've talked about anxiety and that it's lots of thoughts going through our head, and sometimes those thoughts are unrealistic, right? We get stuck in those thoughts and it feels like they just won't end. So by putting those thoughts on trial, we question them. So some questions to ask yourself might be, is this thought based on fact or is it based on emotion? How likely is it that this thought's going to come true? What would somebody close to me say about this situation? How would they view this situation differently than I view it? And another important one is, let's say this does come true. Is it going to matter in a day? Will it matter in a week, a month, a year? And really analyzing those thoughts. And I think one thing that is important to note when we're using coping skills is they might not work the first time, right? The first time we try it might not work. But doing those things over and over and practicing them really can help us to strengthen those skills, just like with anything that we do. So let's say you've tried all these strategies and you're still really struggling and you feel like you need some extra help. We can absolutely help you out here at Family Resource Center. We're still open every day for counseling. You can call us at 419-425-5655. 888-888-5050. We can get you set up for an intake. Kid, adult, it doesn't make a difference. We can get you set up for some services and get you helped out.